Okay, let's take a look at how you play matches in Club Manager. It's week 1 of the season, and I've got a home game. I'm team 1. I play against team 8. So home game gives me a little bit of an advantage. If we come down here to where my team formation mat is, here is team number 8, it says down there. It's Thornley Bank Thistle. They're not very strong, so definitely I could win this game. And this is the lineup that I've decided to go for. So that's my 11 players on the pitch. What you do once you lay out your team, you then calculate the various areas of your team so that you can take part in the match. So here my total left score, which is these 4 players here, add up to 11. You're looking at the score, the ability score. So they add up to 11. The centre are these 9 boxes in the middle, not including the goalkeeper, and that adds up to 19. And then the right hand side are these boxes here where I've got 4 players, they add up to 13. Then you add up your forwards, your midfield and your defence. And you add on any bonuses that you might have. And here I have a bonus. Edwards is the captain, so Edwards gets a +1 bonus, which is why that says 9 instead of 8. I also have this card here, the Scout Report card, which I got during the week. And what that tells me is I can increase my total centre score by 4. You use it for the whole match and you use it against this opponent. So I'll put that up there to remind me that's for the centre score. To play a game, you take your die and your opponent's die, you shuffle the chance cards, and you follow this matchup here. So the matchday sequence is quite straightforward. There's only 10 sequences to run through. You start off with my left, it's the home team who come first, my left against their right. So my left score is 11 and their right score is 13. So they have an advantage, and we roll the dice for both teams. I'm the red dice, they're the white dice. They started off with a +2 advantage, but I've beaten them because of the dice roll. So when you win a dice roll, you take a chance card. This one's for me, and I flip it over and it says tackled. So either it's a goal or it's a variation of not a goal. The next thing we look at is centre versus centre. So my centre is 19, but remember I've got that +4, so that puts me on 23, whereas their centre score is 17. So I've got a +6 advantage. Roll the dice, and it's a win for me despite them winning the dice roll. Take a card, flip it over, saved, no goal. Next up is my right against their left. That's 13 for me and 13 for them. Roll the dice, and win for me again. I'm doing well. I need a goal though. Right, so it says saved, test goalkeeper skills. So their goalkeepers of 4. I'm going to roll the dice. If I roll higher than a 4, I score a goal. Come on. Darn it. I miss again. All right, next one in the sequence. If we look here, it says flair versus strength. So at this point, we look at player cards that have a star on them, because that is the flair indicator. I've got shields. I only have 1. So I've got 1 flair player in my team. And if we look at their card here, it says they got 0 strength players, and that's symbolized by the wall. So because I've got more flair players than they have strength, I get a card. So we take a chance card and a counter attack. So if it's a counter attack, they get a free card. They flip it over. Oh, I was convinced they would score. And then we check their flair against my defense. So their flair rating is 2. My defense, we look at the walls. If I have at least 2, they don't get a chance card. And you can see I've got 1, 2, 3. So they don't get a chance card for that. So you move on to the next one. My forwards against their defense. Now at this point in the game, I can start making substitutions. I can start making formation adjustments. And you might do that in order to shuffle your players around and combat your opponent's strengths and weaknesses for the rest of the game. But I won't do that in this game. We'll just run through. So my forwards add up to 9 and their defence adds up to 9. Now forwards versus defence is a special one. If you win that, you get 2 chance cards. If your forwards win that, I should say. So it's 9 versus 9. Could do with this. It's a win for me, so I get 2 chance cards if you win forwards versus defence. Come on, it's got to be a goal here. It's another saved. So test skills again. Remember, their goalkeeper's 4. I need to beat a 4. He does. It's 1-0. Yes. So I'll put that to the side. It's a goal for me. But remember, I got 2 chance cards because my forwards beat their defence. Oh, goal again. But it says VAR check. Goal. It's 2-0 after a VAR check. Fantastic. Next matchup is my midfield against their midfield. 13 against their 10. So I'll roll those dice. I'm +3. I get the card because I'm still +3. Flip it over. Cleared. Now, here's where I'm worried. That their attack is 13. My defense is 8. So I will make a sub now. It seems like the right thing to do. I'm going to move Pritchard to right defense. And what that does is he comes out of the center. So we drop that down by 3. I'm going to bring Thompson off. And do I have a left defender? Oh, I've only got this one. He's not very good, is he? Well, we'll put him on anyway, right? So my left score goes down by 1. My defense goes up by 1. Is that the best I can do? Well, that is. I don't have a great defense. But here we go. Come on. My 9 against their 13. I've not really improved much, have I? So my 9 against their 13. They are +4. And of course they win. Now their attack beat my defense. So they get 2 chance cards. Let's pull them over. And let's flip them. Tackled. Saved. Whoop. I've survived. Next up. Away team choice. So they get to choose what they go for. Now when you're playing against the bot, as I am here, they always go for the thing that gives them the greatest advantage. And of course that's their attack against my defense again. So let's go again there. Again, they're +4. Roll the dice, they're still +4. They get 2 cards. Oh goodness me. Saved. Missed. Whoa, I've survived somehow. Right, my choice is home team choice now. I'm going to go with, what am I going to go with? I'll go with mids against mids because I'm 13 up on the. Sorry, I'm 3 better than them. My 13 against their 10. I win. Take a card. Test goalkeeper skills. Can I beat a 4? No, their keeper's saving them all. And the final card is the home advantage card. So the home team just takes a card without having to roll any dice. And perhaps this makes it 3-0 for me. It's the last action of the game. Goal! 3-0. All right, you nice one. 3-0 to me. So that's the end of the match against Thornleybank Thistle. But before we say goodbyes at the end of the game, we roll the match incidents dice, which might tell us if we've had any suspensions or injuries. Roll that. We get it's meant to be a tick. So it's a clean bill of health. There you go. Looks more like a tick there. So no injuries and no suspensions at the end of that game. Thank goodness for that. You go to the league table. You'd give yourself 3 points. We're just simulating. That's why I'm there at the start of the season. And your team morale also gets a boost. So I've won a game. We'll go up by 1. That is how you play matches in Counter-Attack Club Manager. As you can tell, there's an element of chance in the game, which means that a weak team can beat a strong team, but you do need a good deal of fortune in order to do it. And of course, typically speaking, it's the strongest team that's going to win most matches. So you have to continually be developing your players and making sure you get the right fit, that you have enough flair players, you've got enough strength players, and you're making the right changes during a match. You're using scout report cards, and there's also tactical cards during a game to give you that advantage that you need. Hey, thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.